Welcome to G Trend News, where we count down the top 20 searches on Google Trends. The date is January 10th, and at number 20, we have Todd and Julie Chrisley having 20,000 people wondering what happened, boasting on camera about spending $300,000 a year just on clothing, to now serving a combined 19-year sentence for bank fraud and tax evasion. Full timeline here at the Business Insider. Following that, at number 19, Darnell Ferguson, the host of Super Chef Grudge Match, has at least 20,000 people curious about warrants, burglary, strangulation, assault, and terroristic threats, to name a few charges. Darnell was arrested Tuesday in Kentucky. Good luck, buddy. At number 18, Linda Ronstadt, a country, rock and roll, Latin music legend, winning 11 Grammys, will be played by Selena Gomez in an upcoming biopic. 20,000 people seem to be excited as this recently twice nominated Golden Globe pop star teases the role on Instagram. At number 17, an honorary Oscar is given to Angela Bassett with 20,000 searches. This actress says, "I do this work because I find it meaningful and hopes it makes a difference and an impact. To be recognized in this way for what I love is truly wonderful, and she is beyond grateful." More at WPR.org. At number 16, Nancy Mace at 50,000 searches apparently has a meltdown. As the Charlotte Observer goes on to say, Mace is just the latest in a growing number of powerful people acting like toddlers in public when things haven't gone their way. Mace upset that our president's troubled son, quote unquote, punked the White House. Mace has stated he is the epitome of white privilege. Being able to ignore congressional subpoenas and say something like, "My dog ate my homework," is something that takes a lot of balls, as Mace alludes to Hunter having none. At number 15, Icon of Seas has 50,000 people coming to Google to read about Miami's new cruise, which has 6 record-breaking water slides, 7 pools, an infinity pool, 40 restaurants and bars, and a, quote, deck-defying entertainment. Coming in at number 14, Vivek Ramaswamy, a presidential candidate who put himself out there by claiming his pockets are not lined by stockbrokers or corruption, has 50,000 people Googling after Jimmy Fallon made the joke that Vivek's campaign event looked more like a support group meeting. The article goes on to say Huffington Post believes everyone needs high-quality, in-depth journalism. Next at number 13, Eric Spolstra with 50,000 searches has signed what CNN calls one of the biggest contracts in North American sports history. Coaching history, that is. $120 million 8-year contract for the Miami Heat has superstars like LeBron James saying, "worth every cent." At number 12, Denver Nuggets with 50,000 searches losing another game against the Utah Jazz at a 104-111 game, in a game that was never close. I, once again, don't continue on websites if they make me have to sign up for things, so we're gonna move on. At number 11, the New York Knicks, 50,000 searches. The Knicks have been near the top of the NBA in defensive rating. The team is 5-0 going into a game with the Dallas Mavericks tonight in Texas at 8:30 p.m. At number 10, UNC basketball with 50,000 searches has an article I'm sure advertisers pay for. Moving on. At number 9 with 50,000 searches, at a second sellout game at McKay Arena, Purdue's women's basketball has a massive letdown as they lose to number 3 Iowa in a 96-71 game. At number 8, Pistons fans or Spurs lovers, regardless, 50,000 people Googled this as the Spurs defeat the Pistons at 103-108 as one player, Victor, gets his first career triple-double. And coming in at number 7, Chris Christie is out of the political running, and 100,000 people seem to be interested about it. I actually think that we need a total reset. And when somebody like John Sununu says that Trump's worst nightmare is running against somebody who's balanced budgets before, as being an accountant went on her resume when she applied for the job. Well, there's a literal tower called Trump Tower that was not bought by actual means of capitalism, makes me feel insulted. Chris Christie goes on to say that Haley will still get smoked. So what's the point of dropping out, bud? At number 6, Bitcoin with 100,000 searches finally receiving an ETF, or an electronic transfer fund. May revolutionize blockchain. Understanding that most financial entities were unable to invest now opens up doors for 401kers, IRAs, and pension fund investors to have the ability to invest in Bitcoin. More on Forbes. At number 5, an avalanche has taken the life, and our hearts go out to you, Kenneth Kidd, you and your family. Apparently, many people jumped in and attempted to help others during this time. 100,000 people have Googled the Palisades, Tahoe. And number 4, the LA Lakers are exciting 200,000 people as they look to face off against the Phoenix Suns on Thursday. Anthony Davis saying, "Just in great rhythm now. My teammates are doing a great job of giving me the ball in spots where I can be effective." At number 3, Real Madrid reaching the Super Cup final by beating Atletico in a 5-3 victory. The final is set for Sunday, and they will either be going against Barcelona or Osasuna, who meet on Thursday. 200,000 people have searched for this. And now coming in at number 2, Pete Carroll at 500,000 searches. This man moves to an administrator role within the Seahawks after 14 seasons and being the winningest coach in Seahawks history. A takeaway from Pete Carroll: if there's anything people don't understand, it's how you can enjoy it in the way that we do and still work really hard and be really disciplined. This is him on coaching at high levels and competing. And then finally coming in at number 1, Nick Saban has the searches of 1 million people in his retirement. After 17 seasons at Alabama, former Toledo, Michigan State, LSU coach, Nick has won more college football national championships than any coach in the modern era, coaching 4 Heisman Trophy winners and the only coach to do it in 3 different positions. Nick Saban will forever be missed, his legacy to live on forever in Alabama history. And that wraps it up for January 10th. Remember to like and subscribe for more G-Trend news. Have a great day.